Hi, I'm Hayley Pither and welcome to my video. Today I'm going to discuss with you the decisions I made to make an effective poster and magazine, so please sit back and enjoy. The first thing that I'm going to point out is the eye contact made by the image. The photograph is in the middle and it shows the actor in the costume of a suit that he is shown in the trailer, and he's looking straight into the audience's eye. The effect of this is that it grabs more attention, and because you're looking into his eyes and his facial expression, it straight away makes it more personal. Then we are drawn into the rest of the factors on the magazine. I have shown him a blue shadow taken over his face, and he is coming out from the darkness. He's coming out from a black shadow to make himself look more mysterious. Also, the blue gives the connotations of takeover, so the actual colour is taking over the model. I used the colour blue to complement the rest of the page and to also relate to the colours that I have used in my trailer and my poster as well. The actor seems to be coming out of smoke, and in the background there are a silhouette of women that are in smoke. But this is not something that you spot straight away, but as soon as you start to acknowledge all the other factors on the magazine cover, you can see them. I did this to relate the product more to a James Bond influence, as James Bond is famous for having lots of women surrounding him, such as Bond girls. So I wanted to show these silhouettes in it, just to relate it more to the famous and iconic ways of how James Bond has always been produced. So the effect of this is that the target market will more likely want to read the product. So the demographic is mostly older men and women also. However, due to the male gaze theory by Laura Mulvey, the objectification of women in the media, such as the silhouettes of these females, will make the demographic want to watch the film more, knowing that there is women used in the product. I put smoke around the image and in the background just to relate this product to the magazine, as the magazine clearly shows smoke drifting around the background behind the model and the title, so this just further relates the two together. So this makes it look more professional. I then put the headmaster at the top of the page titled Project. I put a small shadow within it to make it stand out more and give it a more 3D illusion. It also has a very thin yellow outline to make it stand out even more so to the viewer, and it also complements the rest of the colour scheme on the page. The colour scheme for this poster I kept very simple. I put blue and yellow together against black and white, so the only other colours are on the other skin colours of the actor, and grey from the smoke. I use yellow and blue to contrast each other so they stand out because they are opposite primary colours on the colour wheel. So as they stand out from against each other, it will get the audience's attention, so they're more likely to notice all the different factors on the magazine cover, and they're more likely to buy the product. And if this was a real professional product, then I'd make more money from using these factors. I put the image in front of the project title to make it look more 3D and to stand out more. It also suggests that the magazine has got more importance because we don't need to see the whole title to understand what the title name is called. I put underneath it the UK's best-selling movie magazine. This is in a thinner italic font, and this is just to make it look more professional. It then includes a badge which has a white outline, similarly to the headmaster to make it stand out. It titles Free Lewis Way, post it inside. I put the word free in bold so it stands out more because products being free are more appealing to the audience because we don't have to pay anything out. I put Lewis Way in a bigger font from post it inside, as due to if this was a professional product, that name of an actor would be famous and people would buy the product solely because it has got this certain actor in it, so fans were more likely to buy it. I then wrote Thriller Special in bold and very bright yellow to the right hand side at the top of the magazine So this is to really highlight how this issue is about thrillers and to really show what the genre of my product is. I have then further highlighted the thriller genres through saying in a subtitle Top 10 Oscar winning thrillers. Here I've also used outlines to make the text stand out. With number 10 I've enlarged it so it stands out even more in contrasts. Similarly, I have put the colours yellow and blue against each other so they still contrast each other but they still complement the rest of the page. I then put a rhetorical question saying, what's better than Bond in 2017? I used different fonts for this from other subtitles to make it stand out. Each word is bigger than others, so they stand out from against each other. The effect of it being a rhetorical question is that it leaves a sense of unknowing to the viewer, and they're more likely to buy the product to find out what actually is better than Bond, because it doesn't leave an answer after the question. By it being better than Bond is really effective because James Bond has been a famous spy through films in the 20th and the 21st century, and I'd argue a small amount of other products could be as good as those ones. So it really highlights to the demographic of men who would watch a James Bond film traditionally are more likely to buy this product as well. I wrote the main title Takeover at the bottom of the actor's body. So this is seen in other professional magazines where they have the headmaster and then the title of the movie they are advertising on the bottom part of the magazine. So this makes it look really professional. It's the same title font that's used in the poster and in the trailer, so it further relates to both products. It then has the main actors' names underneath the title, and they are in bright yellow to complement the rest of the colour scheme on the magazine, and they are outlined in a thick black outline to make them stand out from the smoky background. It then states exclusive preview of the thriller of the year. I have outlined all this exclusive preview in blue so that it stands out from the image in the background because it's white writing on a white t-shirt, so it would blend in and wouldn't be very effective. I then reverse the colours, so of the thriller of the year is in blue with a white outline, so it complements the part of the subtitle which was before. I've used the outline on thriller and in year to be thicker, so they stand out more to the viewer. I created another subtitle that states how Hollywood will revolutionise film. The word Hollywood and film are bolder and have a blue outline. This is to match the colour scheme that I've used on the rest of the page. The word revolutionise stands out because the actual word is much bigger than the rest of the sentence. It's also in a different font to just contrast and grab the reader's attention even more so. Lastly, to make my magazine look even more professional, I put a barcode on the bottom left-hand corner. This is so it looks even more professional, as you need to scan this obviously in a shop to be able to purchase it. Overall, I think that my magazine is quite successful because it does reflect professional factors that are seen in real magazines every day, and that, in my view, I'd be able to see this in a shop and potentially buy it. I think what the most effective part about the magazine is the contrasting in colours that make it stand out, and also the eye contact by the viewer. But I do believe that how I've edited it so the blue it taken over the rest of the body, it really leaves out the interpretation, so that's what I personally think is most effective about the picture. And then the after effects of the image of seeing the women in the smoke in the background, it makes me really interested into the product, and I want to know why the person behind this has made that decision. What I think's helped me to create this product as most is interviewing my target market and constantly reflecting my product on them using photo groups and peer assessments as well, so that I can completely have changed it from my first draft to make it as professional as I possibly can. So this is the end of my magazine review, and next I will be looking at my poster review. So here is my final poster that is advertising my trailer. So firstly, I'm going to talk about the photograph. Like the magazine, it's making direct eye contact and is a close-up shot of the model's face and his shoulders. It is clear that his costume is a blazer and a shirt, and that's also visible in the magazine, and it's also clear in the trailer. I've done this because secret agents are associated with dressing smartly in office wear, thanks to other products that have been made in the past that talk about agents. The colour scheme in this is blue and black and white. Originally, in my first draft, I made it black and white, just because I've seen this in other professional trailers, posters, especially in James Bond ones. However, due to my peer assessment, it was pointed out to me by making the eyes blue, and one of the other pieces of text makes it stand out even more. I asked the model to put an angry, serious facial expression because the genre is quite serious and is not so much of a comedy film. In the background of this, it's clear that there is smoke, which links to my magazine. So there is a clear link there, and it's obvious that the products relate to each other. And I put this because I thought a black background would be too boring and wouldn't grab enough attention, but this adds to the genre. I then put Takeover, which is seen in the poster and in the trailer, the main title, next to him. This grabs attention because it's still adds to the colour scheme, but it's a lot brighter, which reflects off the shirts and the white of the actor's eyes, so it really stands out and reflects off the rest of it. The general font also has reflections within it, which makes it even more interesting. It was very clear in other professional posters that there were contrasting fonts, so I wrote Louis Way performs in Hailey Pither's Takeover. I'd put them in different greys so they don't take attention away from the other factors on the page, such as the title and the image. But I like the contrasting fonts because they contrast each other, but they still don't take a lot of attention away. I wrote Louis Way bigger and Hailey Pither bigger because in a professional product, the director and the starring actor would definitely play a big role in the poster, their names. And also, if this actor were famous in a real life product, people would be drawn into it by their love for that certain actor. I then put Come in July in bright blue, and it's in bold, and it's directly underneath Takeover in the middle. I liked it to be centre, just so it looks really neat. I made it the same colour as the eyes, so they relate to each other and they don't clash, and they look really smart. I put the 5 production company logos at the bottom of the page, and I made them a very light grey so they don't stand out too much. This just makes it look even more professional. I then put credit names just above that because originally I did not have it there and the space looked rather empty. So as I had seen this in professional posters, I put it there. I made the poster rectangular, which is traditionally an American style, but after analysing some rectangular ones, I personally thought it was more effective for the image I wanted to use, as I thought the spacing was better by having the title and then the actor there than if I had it on a portrait rectangular shape, as they would clash more so and the title may have gone into his face. However, if I chose to do a traditional portrait poster, I would have had to change my design more so for it to fit. Overall, I think that my poster is very effective because there's a high quality photograph that's been edited nicely with the correct factors used successfully. I think by creating a mind map before I made the poster really helped me to explore the different ideas and designs that I could use, and then furtherly by using a peer assessment of my target market, further made it successful because I could see by the eyes of the public and my demographic of what could make it more successful. Overall, I'm quite pleased with this product. that's the end of my review for my poster and my magazine, and I hope that you've enjoyed. Thank you.